Good Morning America has undergone a host change. Sam Champion is filling in for Ginger Z once again and explains his work schedule for the week. On Thursday morning, Sam, 62, shared a boomerang to his Instagram story. In it, he waved as he sat in the back seat of a car in the dark. On the way. "See you on Good Morning America," he captioned the video. After a producer shared a video of Sam on set, the meteorologist explained his schedule for the week. A fan then asked Sam on X, formerly Twitter, where they can find him on TV this week. He quote-tweeted it, saying, "Tuesday at ABC 7 New York 6 a.m. 10 a.m. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday at GMA and 10 a.m. I think." Sam is also a host on ABC 7 New York. Ginger, 43, is the main meteorologist on the show, but she was absent on Wednesday and Thursday, causing Sam to fill in. Ginger revealed her whereabouts on Wednesday, which caused GMA to make a change to the in-studio lineup. Viewers who tuned into Wednesday's broadcast would have seen that Ginger wasn't near the news desk doing her weather report like usual. Sam reported the weather in the studio instead. Host George Stephanopoulos, 63, divulged that Sam was standing in for Ginger before he started the weather segment. That morning, Robin Roberts, 63, went on X, formerly Twitter, to reveal Ginger's whereabouts. "Busy Wednesday morn here on at GMA, at Sam Champion is in 4 at Ginger_Z starting us off with the latest on the dangerous conditions across the country including the raging wildfires in Texas and the tornadoes in the Midwest," she tweeted. Ginger followed up on Robin's statement through a tweet of her own a few minutes after Robin's post. The weather reporter wrote on X, "Heading out for a big assignment I've been waiting and working to cover for a long time. Can't wait to share with you all on at ABC News Live and at GMA soon. Thanks for holding down the fort at WX_Max at Samwnek at Sam Champion. Rise and shine." Sam also filled in for Ginger last week when she was sick. He complained about waking up early for the morning show. The meteorologist shared a clip to his Instagram after going live to chat with his friends and followers. Sam made a few remarks that sounded a bit like complaints, in fact, to his viewers. "Good morning, you guys," he greeted those who tuned in, then cleared his throat. "Wow, that was froggy, those were literally my first words of the morning. There's Lincoln Center, so early they only have the step lights on," he joked, since it was still dark out in the morning for him on his way to work. "I'm in the car on the way to GMA today. Ginger is out today, so I believe I'm doing weather," Sam added. He then greeted a few more viewers in his live video, and laughed. "I only had 2 cups of coffee," the fill-in host told everyone. He continued his stream on the way to work in the dark of the morning and chatted with everyone about what he had been up to. ####return to sunrise, Sam Champion on Good Morning America. Sam Champion leaned back in his chair, his eyes scanning the familiar sights and sounds of the Good Morning America, GMA, studio. It felt like a lifetime since he'd last graced these halls regularly, yet here he was, preparing to step into the role once more. The occasion was bittersweet, as he was filling in for Ginger Z, who was on a well-deserved break. Sam's phone buzzed on the desk, a reminder of the meeting scheduled in 10 minutes with the GMA producers. He glanced at his calendar app, confirming the time. "All right, let's get this show on the road," he muttered to himself, rising from his seat. As he made his way to the conference room, his thoughts wandered back to the early days of his career. Sam had started at WABC-TV in New York, where he'd first honed his skills as a weatherman. His passion for meteorology had been ignited in his childhood, watching thunderstorms roll over his Kentucky home. The unpredictable beauty of the weather had captivated him, leading to a lifelong dedication to understanding and sharing its mysteries. The conference room was abuzz with activity when he arrived. Producers, writers, and fellow anchors were deep in discussion, planning the day's segments. He spotted Michael Strahan and Robin Roberts at the far end, engaged in a lively conversation. Sam, good to see you. Michael called out, waving him over. Robin nodded with a warm smile. Welcome back, Sam, she said. We're thrilled to have you with us again. Thanks, Robin. It's great to be here, Sam replied, taking a seat at the table. The meeting kicked off with the usual rundown of the show's segments. As they went through the schedule, Sam's part was highlighted. He'd be handling the weather updates, of course, but there were also a few special pieces planned. Sam, we want you to do a segment on the rising frequency of extreme weather events, one of the producers said. Given your experience, we think you can bring a unique perspective to it. Sam nodded. Absolutely. It's a topic that needs attention, and I'm glad to be part of that conversation. As the meeting wrapped up, Sam felt a familiar rush of excitement. The buzz of the newsroom, the anticipation of going live, and the camaraderie of the team were things he'd missed. It was good to be back. The following morning, Sam arrived at the studio before dawn. The city was still cloaked in darkness, with only the early risers and night owls out on the streets. He walked into the studio, greeted by the hum of preparations for the broadcast. Cameramen adjusted their equipment, makeup artists touched up the anchors, and producers hurried around with last-minute instructions. Sam settled into his dressing room, going over his notes for the weather updates. He glanced at the clock, it was almost time. A knock on the door interrupted his thoughts. Sam, you're up in 5, a production assistant informed him. He nodded, taking a deep breath. This was it. As he stepped onto the set, memories of his first days at GMA came flooding back. The nerves, the excitement, the thrill of live television. It was all still there, just as potent as ever. He greeted his co-anchors with a smile and took his place. The countdown began. In 5, 4, 3, 2. The familiar theme music of Good Morning America filled the studio, and they were live. Sam felt the adrenaline kick in, his focus sharpening. Good morning, America. Robin's voice rang out. We have a fantastic show for you today. And joining us this morning, a familiar face to many of you, Sam Champion. Sam, welcome back. Thank you, Robin, Sam replied, smiling at the camera. It's great to be here. The show flowed smoothly, each segment transitioning seamlessly to the next. When it was time for the weather update, Sam felt right at home. He explained the current conditions, the forecast, and the implications of various weather patterns with the expertise and enthusiasm that had made him a household name. After the weather, Sam was back at the anchor desk, participating in discussions and interviews. One of the highlights of the morning was the segment on extreme weather events. Sam led the conversation, discussing the science behind these occurrences and their increasing frequency due to climate change. The discussion was both sobering and enlightening.